hope you guys are ready to get into the Christmas spirit because for today's video, we are doing a Christmas reading vlog. I have my Christmas stack right here, all of the books I plan to read this month of December, and I'm gonna vlog all of it for you. So let's quickly go through them and then I can't wait to get started. We Met in December by Rosie Curtis. The short synopsis is following a year in the life of a 20-something British woman who falls hard for her London flatmate, this clever, fun, and unforgettable romantic comedy is the perfect feel-good holiday read. Wonderful. How My Neighbor Stole Christmas by Megan Quinn. Apparently we got fake dating, we got enemies to lovers, and we got Christmas, okay? What's not to love? This is quite thick, honestly, for a Christmas book, but I'm excited. Everyone This Christmas Has a Secret, which is a part of the series Everybody in My Family Has Killed Someone by Benjamin Stevenson. I'll read anything that this man writes in this series. It's so good. This is unfortunately a Christmas novella. It's so short. It's so short, but I'm excited to read it nonetheless. Wrapped with a Bow by Lily Vale. This is about falling in love making Christmas movies, and I'm excited about that. And then, of course, we have The Christmas Tree Farm by Laura Gilmore, which is a part of the Dream Harbor series, The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. Listen, these are simple books, but they have holiday seasonal vibes, and I'm here for it. So we are going to read all of these together. Grab a cozy drink, set up your Christmas tree. Well, your Christmas tree should be up. Put your Christmas tree lights on, cozy up by the fire, light a candle, and let's get started. I think I'm going to start with The Christmas Tree Farm by Laura Gilmore just because I just need the instant serotonin that I know that this is going to provide. I'm about 60 pages into The Christmas Tree Farm. And listen, I read The Pumpkin Spice Cafe and The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore in fall, and they're not groundbreaking books by any means. They're light and fluffy, feel good, seasonal books. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. They're given what they need to be giving. And that being said, I'm not expecting anything great from them other than vibes, which the vibes are vibing. I love me a grouchy Christmas tree farmer. Christmas tree farmer? Christmas tree farm owner? Whatever. Not important. I love the grumpy Christmas tree farm owner, and then the guy who's gonna, break her hard, cold exterior and get to the bottom of it. But I think it's so funny that our main character, Kira, bought the Christmas tree farm because she was influenced by, homesteaders. Because she's like, I need a change. Her twin got married, which was, the end of the world. And so she decided, hey, what am I going to do? I'm going to use all my money and I'm going to buy a Christmas tree farm in the middle of nowhere because I've seen on the internet all of the ladies with their farms. They're making pickles. They're raising chickens. So naturally, Christmas tree farm. And I just think that is so funny. It's so funny. And I love how these books try really hard to be very Gilmore Girls-esque, which is fine. You're getting what you're getting and I'm not mad at it. So far, I'm having a good time. No thoughts, just vibes. That's kind of how these books go, and that's fine. Read the first 230 pages and there's only 354, so I have 130 pages left. I don't know when I'm gonna finish this. I would hope today, but maybe not. Either way, I'm enjoying it. It's just giving all the Christmassy vibes. There's a snowstorm at the Christmas tree farm. The vibes are vibing. I'm having a good time. I also just can't get over the what is it, foil, the reflective shininess of this cover. It's just so cute. It's just so cute and I'm just having a good time. So that's my little update. Catch up with you guys in a second. Hello. Yesterday I finished The Christmas Tree Farm by Laura Gilmore. I gave it 3 stars. I think I've given all of them 3 stars. The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, because I'm not vibes. Vibes alone. I'm not going into this series or these books looking for groundbreaking, life-changing romance. This is safe, comfy, cozy, and that's exactly what you need sometimes. So 3 stars. It was enjoyable. It was nothing new or groundbreaking, but it was perfectly lovely, and that's all you can ask for with a cheesy Hallmark Christmas book. I'm now starting How My Neighbor Stole Christmas by Megan Quinn. I don't like the size of this. This feels really long for a Christmas book, because how deep can it be? You know what I mean? So it's very cute though. Very cute cover. I love a good, Christmas enemies to lovers, right? This man is a Grinch. Is she gonna defrost his heart, make it grow? I'm gonna guess 100%. So I'm gonna get into this today, and I'm really excited, but nervous because I feel like it's gonna be too long. That's my fear. I promise time has passed. I have styled my hair the same, I'm wearing the same glasses, I'm wearing the same outfit, but I've moved on to How My Neighbor Stole Christmas by Megan Quinn. I'm about halfway through. And it's fine. I thought I would enjoy it a little bit more, and maybe that's coming. Like, it's way too soon to give it like a fair rating or opinion. But first, I've said it from the beginning. This is way too long for a Christmas book. Almost 500 pages is ridiculous. I'm on page 247, and this is normally where we're wrapping up. We're getting into the third act, and then it's time to get things done. This, oh my gosh, cat hair everywhere. This is like, I don't know how to explain it because it's fine. I'm not hating it, but I wish I was enjoying it more. I'm enjoying it just fine. I'm trucking through, but it's so cheesy in a way that doesn't work for me. Like, the Christmas Tree Farm was like cheesy Hallmark good, right? I'm a film connoisseur. I love good filmmaking, but on the holiday season, I will watch every crappy Hallmark movie, and it just fills me with such joy. And I feel the same about books when they're like holiday or seasonal, like fall books. Like, fall books aren't necessarily like Halloween books, but they're fall books, and I like those vibes. And the same for Christmas books. So like, the Christmas Tree Farm was actually like decently good, but this is just cringy. The dialogue is not natural in any way. It just doesn't really feel, I don't know how to explain it. It's just cringy. It's making me roll my eyes. It's like, let's get to the good part already. And I fear this far in, if I haven't gotten to the good part yet, it might be a little while. But that being said, I'm not going to DNF a Christmas book. I'm going to push through. I did pay $26 for it, so I'm going to get my $26 worth, whether I like it or not. We're going to read this book. I finished How My Neighbor Stole Christmas, and I'm giving it 1 star. Okay, spoiler alert. If you haven't read this and you want to read this, click away because I'm going to spoil the epilogue. Okay, so there's 2 epilogues. And my biggest pet peeve, oh, bless you, that's my cat. My biggest pet peeve in all of the world, other than these bangs right now, is the epilogue pregnancy. This book takes place over the course of December, so 4 weeks. And our characters fall in love, okay, to be expected. Cut to the epilogue 1 year later and they already have a child. Which means that, like, 3 months after meeting, they decide to get pregnant. Nothing, nothing pisses me off more. Honestly, I was going to give this book 2.5 stars. Immediate 1 star if you hit me with the epilogue pregnancy. But this book takes it one step further because there's a second epilogue. And there's only one thing worse than an epilogue pregnancy, and that is 2 epilogue pregnancies. Here's an actual photo of me that my husband took as I was reading the epilogue. I started spiraling very quickly because this was not enjoyable. Okay, this book was cringy. It was like so-so, but you know, it's a cheesy holiday book, right? So I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. I'm not expecting anything too serious, and then you hit me with a double epilogue pregnancy, and I just immediately checked out. Like, honestly, it's always like 1 year later, oh, there's a baby. No, just it's a no for me. I can't do it, and I didn't like this book. I didn't like it. It's not for me. It's not for me. But on a positive note, we're making leeway and we're moving on to Wrapped with a Bow. As a successful film liaison, Alicia Rowe has her heart set on one thing and one thing only, putting her hometown of Piney Peaks back on the map. So when she gets the chance to secure the long hoped for sequel to Sleigh Bells Under Starlight, a beloved holiday movie, she's willing to do whatever it takes to make sure everything goes smoothly. Unfortunately, that includes claiming to have already gotten permission to film at the historic Christmas house, permission which she was very much denied by the gorgeous new owner. I read a book very similar to this last Christmas. What was it called? But it was about like a female filmmaker who had to go to the small town and get permission from the hot mayor who's like, absolutely not. So similar vibes, but I'm hoping it's just a little bit different. But I'm not, again, I don't look for anything too deep. So as long as they don't hit me with that epilogue pregnancy. And also it's like barely 350 pages. So that's a breath of fresh air after this almost 500 pages. But I will catch up with you guys when I have some thoughts on this. I'm just under halfway through Wrapped with a Bow. And what I'm loving about this book so far is that it's not beating around the bush, right? I love me a good slow burn romance, but not in a 350 page Christmas book. Get to the point already. Don't just have them get together in the last 50 pages. So things are moving along pretty well. Yes. Things are going well, so I'm enjoying that so far. I just finished Wrap with a Bow, giving it 3 stars because I'm feeling generous. It was nothing special, but it was a heck of a lot better than How My Neighbor Stole Christmas. I didn't enjoy that at all. This was fine. This is about a film liaison. I think I said this, she needs the rights to this house. He's a little bit like, nah, I don't want to give you the rights to this house. And they fall in love at Christmas. And it's beautiful and it's everything you would expect. And like I always say, there is nothing wrong with just like a calm, straight-lined book. The conflicts aren't too crazy. They're resolved and everything is just peaceful. Like there is calmness in that, and I appreciate that, especially this time of year. But I'm so excited to move on. This is the Christmas book I'm most excited for. Everyone This Christmas Has a Secret by Benjamin Stevenson. Now, this is a novella. I can most likely read all of this today because it's like, oh my gosh, it's not even 200 pages, which I'm sad about because I love this series so much. So I'm excited. I also think this is just like the coolest little cover. It's like an advent calendar with deadly surprises and blood on me. It's just so cool. It's just so cool. And I love everything that he has written so far. So I'm really excited to dive into this. I don't think that that's going to take me that long. So I'm excited to dive in. But first, I think we should make a coffee. I'm a little over halfway through Everyone This Christmas Has a Secret, and it is exactly what I thought and what I needed and everything I wanted it to be. So good. It's also, there are 24 chapters in this novella, so it's designed to be read as an advent calendar, but I just love the clever writing and just like it's so self-aware, because it's like, if you start December 1st, you can read one chapter and have the mystery solved by December 24th, but most people eat all the chocolate in one go, which is exactly what I'm doing. So thanks for that. So at the end of every chapter, I have to find a chapter now, there's a little advent calendar door with a hint or something revealed on it, which is just so clever and good. And then halfway through, I think it was about halfway through, it was just kind of a recap of all the doors that have been revealed so far. So like it's just everything I wanted it to be. It's so good. I'm having such a good time. Of course, I absolutely devoured Everyone This Christmas Has a Secret last night, and surprise, surprise, 5 stars. I hope this series never ends. I want to watch Ernest Cunningham solve every crime. Like, this goof just keeps wandering into murder scenes, and oh, he's just so good at solving it. I enjoy this book so incredibly much, and it was so fun. Again, it's set up like an advent calendar, so you can read one chapter every day leading up to Christmas, but of course I binged it in one night because it is under 200 pages. But that being said, like, everything wraps up perfectly with a little bow, just as he intended. It was so good. I had such a good time reading it. Right now, I'm currently listening to an audiobook. I feel like this may come as a surprise to some people, but I've never listened to an audiobook before. So I'm listening to The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year on my Kobo. I'm 12% of the way in, so I'm not super far in, enough to really have a grasp. But I like the way that it's heading. 2 crime book authors are invited to a mansion at Christmas time. What's gonna happen? Murder and love. So I'm here for it. It's like one woman who's narrating the entire book, so she's kind of like lowering her voice to do the male parts and things like that. So, but I have no experience with audiobooks. I know some of them are like huge productions with like an entire cast, so multiple actors, and I know some are just narrated by one person, like this one. But so far I'm enjoying it. It's difficult because I have to find something to do while I'm listening to the book, which is weird. I need like a hobby. My hobby is reading. That's the thing. And when you read, you can't like clean your house or do much else. You gotta sit and read. So I'm cleaning my house by default. It's not even super dirty, but I'm cleaning it by default because I need something to do while I listen to this book. I am going to make some lunch right away. So I'll have that to do while I'm listening to my book. And then, yeah, this was not on my original Christmas TBR, but it was on sale on Kobo. It was like $5 for the audiobook and like $16.99 for the ebook. So I was like, let's try an audiobook because I was kind of interested in it. Wasn't 100% sure if I was going to read it, but now I'm listening to it. So, yay. just checking in for an update on The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. I'm 37% of the way through the audiobook because I just realized that I have the Kobo app and I can listen to it on my phone, so I don't have to always have my Bluetooth. Not that my headphones are a problem, but the Kobo runs on Wi-Fi, so I can't like take it out of the house, and just kind of like carrying that with me while I'm like moving around doing things that obviously doesn't fit in a pocket. So anyway, realized that I can put it on my phone, got it on my phone, and I also, in my genius, figured out I can use it with the car's Bluetooth. So I listened to a chunk of it while I was running my errands and doing some stuff around town today. So I'm 37% of the way in. I have 5 hours and 17 minutes left, and I'm really enjoying it so far. The story is really good, really compelling. But this is just like my first audiobook experience, and so it's like a little strange. It's a little different because I don't know what to do with myself when I'm listening to an audiobook. I'm like, I have to clean my house, but I can't clean my house for like 5 hours 2 days in a row to get through the book. So I'm getting there in like little chunks of time. So in the meantime, I did decide to start my final physical book of my Christmas TBR, which is We Met in December. And I started this yesterday, and I have already read 300 pages. I have about about 100 pages left. So potentially we'll finish it today. That would be ideal, if not tomorrow. But this is like cute. It's much less Christmassy than I originally thought, or that maybe the cover implies. Maybe that was just my own thought process, and maybe I didn't do enough research, as I don't tend to do with books. I'm like, vibes, check, I'm gonna read it. But this is about Alex and Jess, who are sharing a house with some other roommates in London, and they meet in December, and then there's a vibe, there's a spark there. The end of December, and then Jess goes on vacation with her friends for 2 weeks, and when she comes back, Alex has started something up with another female housemate. So it spans like a year of kind of them missing each other. It reminds me of One Day, kind of in that aspect of, it's like, oh, these two people are meant to be together, they're going to get together, but there's a lot of stuff that happens in between, and we're not quite getting there. So I'm eating it up. This reads really beautifully and very smoothly. I'm really enjoying just the whole book as a whole. So I'm gonna keep reading this. Maybe I can finish it today or tomorrow, and then I just have to concentrate on my audiobook. Okay, so I literally just said that this book reminds me of One Day, and now one of the characters is looking for a signed copy of One Day to give to the other one for their birthday. So I think I hit it on the nose. Four stars. I want maybe 5. I'm gonna stew on that for a little while. This was so cute. This was pretty much One Day, but at Christmas time and much shorter time frame. Guys, oh my gosh, I loved this. This is much less of like a Christmas book than the other books I read in this vlog, but it was wintry. Like, it starts in December and it ends in December. So it was very wintry, a little bit Christmassy, but so wholesome and so wonderful. And I loved every second of it. This was so cute. And it just, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, in Wrapped with a Bow, it's a fine romance. I don't know how to say this. It's more cartoony. That doesn't sound right. Where what I'm trying to say is like it feels so different than something like this, which is more grounded, more real. Both are good. Both are good, solid love stories, but the vibes are so different. And even something like, what else have I read this year? I'm forgetting. But you know, like some of those cheesy one-off romance books, and then there's kind of more deep romance books. I guess maybe that's what I'm trying to say. Maybe this one was more deep. I don't know. It was very good. It was a very good read. I enjoyed every second of it, and yeah, now I just have to finish the audiobook. It's the most wonderful crime of the year, and then I'm done, and then it's Christmas time. Hello, I have about 20 minutes left in the It's the Most Wonderful Crime of the Year audiobook. So I'm gonna finish that right away. Man, this book is so good. It is living up to all of the expectations. Like, I think I was a little nervous for like the first little while of the audiobook because it was like it was just one. Okay, first of all, it's my first audiobook. So I really didn't know what to expect. I've never listened to an audiobook. It was kind of like a podcast, I guess, is how I would describe it. And I know like some audiobooks have like a full cast and it's like a full production. This was like one woman narrating. She was doing different voices for the different characters, which was fine. And then halfway through, like literally almost halfway through the book, switches perspective to the main male character. Up until then, it had always been from the female character's point of view. And so like halfway through, all of a sudden this random guy starts talking and I was so startled. But it's good. It's just kind of like, the main characters are Ethan and Maggie. And so when it's from Maggie's perspective and Ethan speaks, she's doing a voice for him. And then when it's from Ethan's perspective and Maggie speaks, he's doing a voice for her. So I feel like maybe there could have been a little bit more crossover. Like he could have done just the little blurbs and vice versa. Whatever. I'm not an audiobook expert by any means. I know literally nothing. This is my first experience ever. So that's fine. I'm also like, I don't know if I'm going to become an audiobook person. Like this was fun and fine, but first of all, I get distracted. Like if I'm doing any kind of work or anything, like I can't even scroll on my phone while I'm listening to an audiobook because my brain just gets so distracted. So that's fun. It's like, it's good for when I'm mindlessly like cleaning my house, or I had it playing through like a Bluetooth speaker when I was in the shower, and that's fun, but I'm not going to do that enough, and that's not like large enough chunks of time to like get through an audiobook at any speed or capacity. So I don't think I'm going to become an audiobook girly. I'm not going to like write them off forever. But that being said, I do have 20 minutes left in this. And so I'm going to make my bullet journal for next week, which is the last full week of December. The last full week? Nope. Do I know anything? Yeah, next week is the last full week of December. So I'm just going to kind of make my spread while I listen to the audiobook. That book was so cute. It was so good. Like murder mystery kind of thing, but also like falling in love at Christmas time. It was so good. It really felt like not, I guess not the book as a whole, but like the mystery aspect of it felt like a Nancy Drew book. I guess maybe because it takes place in like an old mansion. It's Christmas time, like cozy vibes. Really kind of just reminded me of Nancy Drew. I grew up on a lot of Nancy Drew books. A lot of stuff happened in old houses, so that was just the vibes. It was really good. It was really cute. I think I'm gonna give it like a 5. 4, 5. It's hard to say. I can't tell if like listening to the audiobook changed anything or not for me. I don't know. I kind of really want to buy the physical book though, because I want it on my bookshelf. That's the problem. If I'm ever gonna read like ebooks or listen to audiobooks, like I want, if I like it, I want it on my shelf. That's it, y'all. That's it. That's the end of this Christmassy holiday reading vlog. We read 5 Christmas books and listened to 1 audiobook, my first audiobook. So thank you for coming along on that journey. I think, oh, it's so hard. I think my favorites were Everyone This Christmas Has a Secret, because I just think that anything Benjamin Stevenson does in the Ernest Cunningham series is liquid gold. It's so good. It's so entertaining to read. And it was really cute the way it was set up like an advent calendar. I really liked We Met in December, but that one is not super Christmassy. It's definitely more, I don't know, like it does have feel-good holiday vibes, but it's not strictly a Christmas book. And then, of course, The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year was so good. I think I'm going to have to purchase the physical copy so I can read it next year or just have it on my shelf. I enjoy that. I think the worst one by far was How My Neighbor Stole Christmas. I didn't enjoy that at all, but that's just my opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it got you feeling in the Christmassy, festive mood, and I will see you guys next time for my yearly reading wrap up. So, talk to you then. Bye.